so I went to stumble upon a Gamestop and found a lot of games, a lot of retro games that they have, and I'm just gonna look through them and show you guys what they have. They have a pretty good selection of games. So far I found these 3DS titles. So I'm gonna show you guys what more games I have that I'm gonna pick up from this selection of games. So we're starting from the Xbox original titles. We got Amp 2, Conflict Desert Storm 2. I remember that game when I was younger. Hitman Contracts, that's a classic. Medal of Honor Frontline, never played that. Project Gotham Rain Scene, which was, I believe, a launch title on the Xbox original. So we got that. Rainbow Six Lockdown. They had a ton of Rainbow Six games on the original Xbox. So Splinter Cell, they have all of them. Most of them. They have Part 1, Part 3, and Part 2. So Splinter Cell Part 1, that was a great one. All of them were actually great, but Splinter Cell Chaos Theory is personally my favorite one, because that's one where he gets the knife and he just starts, like, you could do a bunch with that. You can start throwing people off like roofs and everything. NBA Street Volume 2. This is a Platinum Hits Edition. This one is $14.99 compared to the PlayStation 2 version. So Star Wars, whatever that game is, I don't know about that game. Tron 2.0. Now let's look at the Xbox 360 games. Adventures, I don't know what that game. Avatar game, I'm surprised that they even have an Avatar game on the 360. This is how I know that Avatar is an old, it's a pretty classic movie already, because they have a game on the Xbox 360. I didn't even know that. Army of Two was a great game. It was a great co-op game if you want to play with your friends and everything else. That was when EA was good at one point. 007 Quantum Solace, garbage. Alice in Madness Returns. This is also a great title, but unfortunately it doesn't have a case. So, you know, it kind of sucks if they don't have a case. So when they don't have a case, it's like, I don't even want to buy it. I'm not interested in purchasing it, you know? Anarchy Reigns. So yeah, Anarchy Reigns was like a brawler from Platinum Games. It had all the Platinum Games, kind of like people in there and everything else, and then just brawling with each other. So I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was pretty trash. Armored Core Verdict Day, never heard of that game. So Army of Two Part 1, once again another great co-op game from EA. Assassin's Creed Chronicles. It's like on the Vita side, but let's keep going to the Xbox 360 side. Bayonetta, one of my favorite Xbox 360 titles of all time. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. I didn't even know Battlefield 4 came out on the Xbox 360, so that's the crazy part of how old that game is, because that game was an original launch title on the PlayStation 4. I remember buying it. Borderlands, The Bigs. This is a great baseball game. It was kind of like very arcadey. Burnout Paradise. Never played the Burnout games on the 360. I played them on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox original. I played Burnout 3. Burnout 3 Takedown was really great. Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Never played that game. Dante's Inferno, another great title from EA. Back when EA was great. Dark Souls 2. Used to have a lot of memories with this game. One of my friends came over to my house and they beat the game for me because I couldn't beat it. And Diablo, look how old Diablo is. Look at this. Diablo 3 on the Xbox 360 is crazy. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, trash. Raging Blast. A lot of people have memories with this game, but to me personally, it just wasn't Tenkaichi. It didn't bring out that feel of Tenkaichi, so to me, I just didn't like it. Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age Origins with the 2 DLCs. Dragon Age Origins Awakening, and that game is awesome. I just never got to beat it, unfortunately. Elder Scrolls. Far Cry 4, see, once again, another game that I forgot that came out on the 360 because of the simple fact that they keep re-releasing these games on modern platforms. Gears of War Judgment, my least favorite Gears of War game, honestly. Grand Theft Auto 4. Guitar Hero 2, if only I had the guitar still, I would have probably brought that, but it's a bunch of random games. Final Fantasy 13. Lightning Returns, that was a great game, but I never got to beat it. Magna Carta 2, now this right here is something that I'm interested in just because of the simple fact that, you know, I got the first one, but I always wanted the one on the 360, but I never ever got to actually buy it, you know. So yeah, the original Mortal Kombat. Then you got NCAA, Need for Speed, Project Got the Racing 3, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, another great title from Ubisoft back when Tom Clancy was doing the games, or they was writing the games or whatever, and every game was about Tom Clancy. But now, since he's passed away, you know, Ubisoft doesn't really make good games anymore. USC Undisputed 3. Oh, just the first one, 2009. That's the first one. All right, that's it for the original Xbox games and the Xbox 360 games. So let's look at the PSP games. So we got SNK collection. It has a bunch of games, as you can see. I'm not sure specifically which ones they have, but if they don't have any King of Fighters games, I don't really, you know, they have Fatal Fury right there, I can see it, but I've never seen, like, I've never owned a PSP, you know. And when I was younger, I had a 3DS and I had like a Game Boy Advance, but I never got to own a PSP, which is crazy because PSP was a great handheld console that unfortunately we never owned. I never owned growing up. Tactics Over, Reborn. That's pretty old, you know. PSP titles. Galgun. You got Galgun on the PlayStation Vita. Now these are PS2 games. This is what I was eyeing earlier, but unfortunately there's not really any good titles. Capcom Classic Collection, Lord of the Rings, the Third Age. I heard that one was good. So Crash, Capcom SK, Mark of the Millenniums. But the thing about this is that it doesn't have a case, so it's $40. So I'm not buying that. Chaos Wars, never heard of that game. Black Hawk Down. You can't have a PlayStation 2 without a Dynasty Warriors game. You know, you always need a Dynasty Warriors game. You got Soul Reaver 2. Tom Clancy Advanced Warfare. See, I didn't even know that came out on the PlayStation 2. I thought that was a 360 title. So the fact that it came out on PlayStation 2 is crazy. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, classic. Tony Hawk's Project 8. That's when Tony Hawk games were kind of struggling. Like it didn't have that feel anymore. But a lot of people have their own kind of like, you know, thing with it. Like, you know, so these are PS3 games. Azure Striker, Gunvolt. That once again another game that always is remastered and everything. Beyond Two Souls, The Bigs, Bleach Soul Resurrection, which was like a beat 'em up kind of like hack and slash kind of game. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I owned it. Me and my brother owned it because my brother was he's a big Bleach fan, so that's that. Not really good ranges of PlayStation 3 titles, honestly. I'm not interested in Wii games, obviously not, because of the fact that, like, yeah, like, come on. Like, I never owned a Wii growing up, but the fact that they do have Castlevania Judgment is pretty interesting because you can't really find that anywhere. Yeah. So, these are the Wii games. I'm not really interested in Wii games. So I was at a 3DS section, and I found all of the Shin Megami Tensei games, including this one, which I'm not gonna buy because I'm already buying all 4 of these titles. I'm buying all 4 of these titles. So Tales of the Abyss. I mean, that's not a Shin Megami Tensei game, but the fact that I found this in the random Gamestop is crazy. So Devil Summoner Overclock. I'm struggling here. What else? This one, Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux, which I've always wanted. And then Shin Megami Devil Summoner Record Breaker 2. So I've always wanted these games, but I never got to have them. So now I'm almost gonna have the whole collection of Atlus titles on the 3DS. I just need this one. And once I have that one, I'm good. I have all the Atlus titles on the 3DS because Atlus is one of my favorite developers. So yeah, and then he has some Dreamcast games. You have House of the Dead 2. But once again, no case, so that shit sucks. So yeah, but you know, that's basically it for what they have. They have pretty good selections of like games and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm picking up these games. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take them. Look at that. Pretty good selection, right, guys? Let me know in the comments.